Creating a table of content doesn't have to be difficult. First, I asked ChatGPT to generate some words for me to use, and in a situation whereby you have your words stacked onto each other like this. So, for instance, I have chapter 1 and chapter 2 on the same page. It's not advisable to have your chapters like this, it makes it difficult for you to generate your table of content. What we are going to do is you're going to press Control or Command plus Enter on your keyboard to move the chapter onto a next new page. When you use Control plus Enter or Command plus Enter, you see that the chapter will move onto the next page. So I'm going to do that for all the others. Now that we have something like this, we would go over and insert a new page at the front page. That is where our table of content is going to be. So we are going to use the same keyboard shortcut, Control plus Enter or Command Enter on your keyboard. And now we have a new page that we can use over here. So what we are going to do next is to categorize our chapters into headings, subheadings, and mini headings. So we'll head over to our home page. Then with this, we are going to make it a title. So we make this a title. We want to make all the chapters heading 1. So we are going to select each individual chapter and then just press heading 1 over here. Then we are good to go. After formatting your document and categorizing them into chapters and headings, the next thing we need to do is to head over to our references tab. But before we go to our references tab, make sure that your cursor is inside the blank page the empty blank page that you created. Then we head over to the references tab. Then under the table of contents, you click on the drop down, and these are automatic table of content, and there are different types that you can select from. So when you click on the classic option, you have your table of content displayed nicely for you. When we go back to our table of content over here, you can create or you can customize your table of content by clicking on custom table of content over here. Then you can select the format, which is classic, distinctive, fancy. Then we have modern, formal, and then simple. So anyone that you prefer, you can select from that. Then you make sure that you leave these boxes checked. Then you come to the tab leader and you can select dotted, or you can select straight line, or you can select dash. Okay, so whichever one that you prefer, you can go with that option. Then you click on OK. I have already selected the first table of content. It's asking me if I want to replace this, and I would say yes, I want to replace that. So I have a different table of content over here. It's very simple to create a table of content in Microsoft Word. And when you want to update your table of content, all you have to do is click on this drop down. Okay, so whenever you add a new heading or you add a new subheading, you come over to your table of content, you click inside, you navigate your mouse to the drop down and select update table of content, and your table of content will be updated for you. If you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment and I will respond to them.